All right, so we are already a ways into 2026 already, and time is absolutely flying by. I mean, literally, like before you know it, the freaking week is passed, the month is passed. I mean, I just had family come visit what I thought was recently, and it's literally been a year. Like if you asked me, I would have thought 4 months ago, 5 months ago, it's been a fucking year. So that's just where we're at with time. Is it speeding up? Is something changed with reality? Is the matrix changing? Are they messing with us with time? Who knows at this point? But all we know is it's flying by, and that shit is crazy. And a lot of crazy stuff happening in 2026. A lot of conspiracies coming true in the last few years, right? Conspiracy theorists constantly proven right. And there's only really a lot of the big ones left. I'd say, flat Earth, reptilians, a lot of the ones I guess you almost can't, they can't be proven in a sense because, and by proven, I mean like 100% beyond the shadow of a doubt. Fucking reptilian literally comes out and says, we control you, or we just literally see God, and we can't even trust it at this point with AI and blue beam and all this stuff, but like flat earth is more of like a belief of what reality is, and I feel like those things are going to be very hard to ever figure out, you know, the nature of what this is. I feel like the only goal in existence of reptilians, archons, whoever's actually controlling this matrix is literally to keep us completely unaware, indoctrinated, on the wrong track, you know, and it's just crazy. I mean, I feel like this is some sort of simulation, kind of like the Gnostics had a good point. I know David Icke always talks about this. He talks about the Gnostics and, Yaldabaoth through the Demiurge, all these things, the archons that control the reality. It's a bad copy of the original, but I mean, who the hell knows at this point? But I feel like if you were to take AI, give it a consciousness, put it in a physical virtual reality, it would literally be this. So it feels like some sort of simulation. Now, whether it's an, a simulation that we're trapped in, controlled by beings, or it's uh, some sort of learning, evolutionary, 5D, all these things. I mean, who knows at this point? Um, Obviously, a crazy dream that I had actually with the whole, if you've heard of the soul catcher, the moon being the soul catcher. I had a dream when my aunt passed away. She just appeared in my dream one night, and she literally said to me, they won't let me pass. And I got like an image of not quite Native Americans, but sort of like kind of just shadowy ancient peoples on what seemed like just this infinite plane, right? And she said, they won't let me pass. And then she tapped on my tattoo and kind of made a weird gesture. And I always wondered, like, what'd she tap my tattoo for and say they won't let me pass? Well, my tattoo is a fucking moon. So that kind of blew my mind. I was watching a video one night on the soul catcher of the moon, and I thought of that dream, and I'm like, holy shit, because that's that's not the funnest thought to have, is that we're controlled by nefarious forces that keep recycling our souls here over and over, right? You know, I'd much prefer the other learning journey. We choose to come here, all that stuff, soul evolution. But either way, the one enigma in life is this reality, and nobody's quite figured it out yet, though we have better ideas of what it might be. But it's starting to feel more and more like, you know, reptilians or whatever, demons and jinn and all these different things. Seems like more and more they are real to some extent. Sacrifice is real, ritual sacrifice. We see it going back thousands of years, you know. And I mean, you look at the fucking pyramids, all these ancient megalithic sites. Clearly, some other crazy shit was going on here. Like, it's beyond obvious now to me, at least. And, you know, you don't build all that shit with fucking basic copper and bronze tools when it's just like the most impossible thing ever, right? You don't say, you know, I want to build a fucking pyramid 400 feet fucking high. Never did it before. Don't have the engineering, the blueprints, the workers, money. You know, like, sure, you can get workers and fund it, but where do you, like, the shit that goes into it is just mind-boggling. And then you look at it, it looks mechanical, it looks like it channeled some sort of energy from the, you know, from the planet, from whatever this is, and utilize that for what, you know, who knows, travel, powering, maybe, you know, seems like they were actually more advanced than we are. We think we're advanced because we have computers and shit and technology, but I mean, what's more advanced? Staring at your phone, playing fucking Roblox, watching Netflix, whatever kids are doing nowadays, right? Or people who are completely in tune with themselves and nature and the surrounding environment, you know. This is why Tesla came started developing all this sort of free energy stuff and utilizing electricity and all these things. And of course, what happened to him? Gone. And you know, not that he got, but I'm just saying, fucking, you know, basically, you don't want to invent anything great in this life because if it's too good, they're just gonna fucking take it and use it for themselves and not us. I mean, can you imagine if the elites, whoever runs this place, if everything was done for the benefit of humanity, the benefit for our health, environment, well-being, all these things, like it'd be a fucking amazing place. But it's starting to feel more and more like the theme is just suffering and, you know, whatever our freaking purpose is here. I don't think it's meant to necessarily be a utopia. Could it be a utopia one day? Yeah, maybe. Has it been before where these, like the Atlanteans and these ancient, you know, races, did they have something like that? Possibly. But, you know, just a crazy reality. And once you break free from the sort of matrix programming you get your whole life and in school, you start to see all these things are possible. If you just go by science, basically stuff other people came up with that they could have much of it they could be literally just making up, but they train us our whole lives to just blindly believe it. And that was me for the longest time. I thought, oh yeah, fucking Big Bang makes sense. Everything's just fucking accident, you know, whatever. We're here one day, we're gone the next. But what sense does any of that truly make? It seems like there just has to be a creator. It seems like things are just coded into the nature of everything, the light, the frequency, you know, we don't even know the half of it. People pretend to just be so intelligent. They know all these things when really they don't. So I always encourage people to think outside of the box. Actually believe what you want at this point, whatever helps you in life, because, you know, they don't have the answers. We don't have the answers. So we basically create our own realities at this point. You know, that's one thing they do. They put stuff out there and then we essentially create and consent to our reality, which is crazy because we all see the messed up shit going on, the Epstein, all these things, freaking messed up celebrities, and we just go along with it. Fucking hate my 9 to 5. I barely pay the bills, but whatever. Just gonna keep doing it. Not gonna question any of it, you know? Nothing in reality really makes sense anymore, but whatever. All the lines in the sky, I'm just going to disregard those. There must just be persistent contrails. Science would never lie to us. Come on, people. We got to wake up, right? It's going to take all of us to wake up and make any meaningful change. Otherwise, it's just 6G, AI, digital ID, smart cities, all these things are going to completely evolve into a complete surveillance state. And, you know, we're going to totally lose any little control that we have. And if you're still in the left-right paradigm, you know, that's clearly not not something that you should concern yourself with these days. Politics is, you know, old news. But anyway, here's to manifesting a good year, because you know shit's gonna get crazy.